ये अजय 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 भगरवाल कौन है? एडमिट भी होना चाहता है ये तो। पुनीत सर आ गए.
Vision, as we believe, is a way of seeing into the future, a guiding compass that helps you manifest your dreams into reality. And one such visionary person, Mr. P.C. Kharia, a born believer in the power of dreams, once envisioned about establishing a lighthouse of education. And today, we know this lighthouse by the name of Modern Group of Institutions. Mr. Kharia began his journey as an employee in a renowned pharma industry, and soon enough, with his unmatched abilities and hard work, became the supremo of the organization. In 1979, he started Modern Laboratories. Following the legacy, his two sons, Mr. Arun Kharia and Mr. Anil Kharia, started Nandini Laboratories Private Limited in 1998. Both are now leading pharmaceutical companies of the country. Modern Group of Institutions, incepted in 2007 in Indore, with a mission to impart high-standard quality education in the field of pharmacy, management, commerce, and education, has now come a long way to become the most sought-after institute of Central India. Affiliated to DAVV Indore, RGPV Bhopal, and CBSE New Delhi, approved by AICTE, NCTE, and BCI New Delhi. MGI, with its legacy of more than a decade, has been shaping up brilliant minds with core ethical values.
At Modern Group of Institutions, our vision is to train each student to become quality executives of the future with high standards of professionalism and ethics by utilizing our excellent resources, infrastructure, and technological support. We have planned to become a world-class center of excellence in pharma, management, commerce, and education, and look forward to excel in 5 ethos: the culture of innovation, the culture of practicability, the culture of quality, the culture of adaptability, and the culture of excellence. And that would eventually contribute into the nation building.
Modern is not just a term, it is a way of living and a continuous process of evolution, also inspiring others to join the process. Life at Modern is a blissful experience. Once you see it, you believe it. The perfect blend of modernity and state-of-the-art amenities make MGI a perfect destination for aspirants to begin their higher education pursuit.
People have many definitions of modern, but when I joined modern, then only I got to know the real one. Here we are not just taught in conventional ways, it's beyond that. You have full exposure to the real industry world with practical approaches which goes hand in hand, and that gives us the confidence that we are heading in the right direction.
Modern day courses offered in MGI are designed in such a way, along with practical knowledge and competency development features, make the study a wholesome package dedicatedly crafted for each student to become the industry leader of tomorrow.
It's the only institute which is backed up by two best pharma industries of India. So everyone joining here get a full opportunity to get placed. Moreover, it's a learning environment here that push you to work hard and achieve what we really deserve.
As they say, if you aim higher than you expect, you could reach higher than you dreamt. Following the same ideology, MGI has raised the bar every time by achieving new milestones. MGI has been able to set many world records like World Book Record UK and World Record Academy USA for creating largest 3D abstract art by using 10 lakh capsules, and the biggest human capsule to promote the importance of generic medicines and Healthy India mission initiated by Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji.
Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is achieved, as said by Swami Vivekananda. Innovation is the key to success. We at Modern Group of Institutions innovate and take calculated risks because we believe in experimenting. This is principally the driving force behind our work culture. We resolutely believe that education should foster self-confidence, obedience, precision in thought and decision-making, ability to set and achieve goals, and above all, social responsibility as a lifelong process.
The title of the only certified pharma incubator center of Central India, sponsored by MSME Government of India. A team of well-trained and devoted faculties in MGI, working meticulously upon every student, is the key strength of MGI, and that makes it a perfect modern Gurukul of today's world.
Creativity is key to success, said by Dr. APJ Kalam. We at Modern Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences in Indore seek the champions who are driven to be innovative and compassionate leaders in pharmaceutical profession.
MGI makes sure that there is a proper balance between study and placement, and every student completing their study from MGI is welcomed as a prominent industry-ready professional. And above all, why big brands love to offer placements to them proves the balance is maintained. The journey of a successful individual in MGI is rooted from the beginning itself, since Modern International School, a renowned CBSE school of MGI, is committed to transform tiny brains into the future genius with its unique approaches. We believe that Modern is the one who does modern. MGI, being a one-stop destination for education and learning, has been committed towards offering educational excellence and preparing successful individuals to contribute in the nation-building process. And when you have the right guidance with you throughout the process, the success is bound to embrace you with open arms. Success is bound to reward your endeavors.
कर लिया
Shall I start, ma'am?
Yes, madam, please start.
A very warm and pleasant good morning to all the honorable dignitaries. Our chief guest, Sritushi Tawariji, member, Board of Governors, IIT Bhilai. Guest of honor, Dr. Swati Rawat, madam, Professor Ved Prakash Patil, Aurangabad. Eminent speaker, Dr. Amit Dwivedi, sir, Associate Professor and in charge, Department of Policy Advocacy, Knowledge and Research, Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India. Renowned Dr. Nilesh Malviya, sir, Professor and Principal in Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. Honorable Chairman, sir, Dr. Anil Khariaji. Honorable Vice Chairman, sir, Mr. Shantanu Khariaji. Respected Group Director, sir, Dr. Punit Kumar Dwivedi. Respected Head of Institute, Dr. Sapna Malvi, madam. Respected faculties and all my dear students, on behalf of entire modern family, I, Sangeeta Dwivedi, cordially welcome you all in this Impact Lecture Session 2. Sponsored by Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, the theme of the session is Role of IPR for Innovative Entrepreneurship. Modern Group is a leading group of premium institute in Indore affiliated to RGPV, Bhopal, DAVV Indore, and is recognized by AICTE New Delhi, PCI and CBSE New Delhi. Modern Group is imparting quality education in the field of pharmacy, management, and education. We offer more than 6 courses in this field. I'm extremely elated to manifest that Modern Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, under the flagship of Modern Group of Institutes, is commencing a new course. MBA in Pharmaceutical Management. It's our holy tradition to worship our goddess Saraswati before any important event. So let's dedicate a prayer to Ma Saraswati. I will now like to play a video of Saraswati Vandana. I would further like to request our Head of Institute, Dr. Sapna Malviya, madam, to highlight a brief introduction on the event.
Thank you very much, madam. Very good morning, all the excellencies, distinguished guests, faculty, fraternity, students, and other dignitaries which are present in this session. Our chief guest, Shri Tulsi Tawariji, member, Board of Governors, IIT. Our guest of honor, Dr. Swati Rawat, Professor Ved Prakash Patil, Aurangabad. Eminent speakers, we have 2 speakers for today's session, Dr. Amit Dwivedi and Dr. Nilesh Malviya. Chairman, sir, Vice Chairman, sir, a Group Director, sir, coordinator of the event, and all rest of the faculty. It gives me enormous pleasure to extend you a warm welcome on behalf of Modern Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences in this exuberant and energetic session, which is actually the need of our role of IPR for innovative entrepreneurship to this August gathering. We are gratified that IIC MHRD has nominated an institute for impact lecture session. This is our second session with the support of Ministry of Education Innovation Cell MIC. Only few institutes have received this opportunities. We are one of them. So this particular session is aimed to establish a strong connection with innovation, startups, entrepreneurship at national and international level. This event is live on Facebook. Conceptually, if we'll talk about IPR, it basically provide innovators incentives, and IPR is actually the need of our because it stimulates innovativeness and innovation, which really benefits the society. And if we'll talk about the pharma companies, really IPR help them to identify, plan, commercialize, and protect their innovation. It's a significant tool if we'll talk about as pharmaceutical industry we have observed is a evergreen industry, and IPR is indeed most valuable resource which can affect the company's growth and even personal growth also. So various exclusive sessions which will be held today for this purpose are designed for the designing and implementation of suitable IPR regime among the community will really help the faculties and students because it's a really important issue. I am really thankful to our chief guest, dynamic and versatile Sritushi Tawariji, innovative and versatile lady leader, Dr. Swati Rawat Madam, and eminent speakers, Mr. Amit Dwivedi, who will share his expertise and benefit on entrepreneurship skills, and our renowned speaker, Dr. Nilesh Malviya, to express his opinions and view on academic credentials, IPRs, and research activities, which will really act as an catalyzer. I really believe that this exclusive session is a need of our, and all the students and faculty will be benefited on the same. I welcome you all in this exclusive session as we are the institute backed by two pharmaceutical industries. So entrepreneurship and innovation is the vision of our honorary chairman, sir. So I welcome you all in this session.
Thank you, madam, for your exordium. Now I would like to request our group director, sir, Dr. Punit Kumar Dwivedi, to share some inspirational words.
Namaste. Honorable Sritushi Tawariji, today's chief guest of this Impact Lecture Series, Dr. Amit Dwivedi ji, today's speaker, Dr. Nilesh Malviya ji, second session speaker, another speaker from Aurangabad institution, Madam, Honorable Chairman, Sir, Sri Anil Kharia ji, Vice Chairman, Sri Shantanu Kharia ji, all faculty colleagues, dear students. This is really need of our when we are surviving and we are trying our best in this new India. And coming to IPR, which has really very vast, overview or we can say scope in the coming time, when India is emerging as the third largest, country, which is where startups culture is growing. In this webinar, in this Impact Lecture Series sponsored by MIC, that is Ministry of Education, AICT's Initiative Institute Innovation Council, we are going to discuss on IPR. And we are having very eminent personalities in this seminar, in this webinar. Today's chief guest, Sritushi Tawariji, very renowned personality from, he is a great author also, social entrepreneur, very down to earth, and we are privileged that he has visited our institution once, I think 2 years back when he was traveling to Indore. And I am blessed to have his blessings always and guidance to do innovations, social innovation, and to serve the country. So really, I am privileged to have Sritushi Dhariji today in this forum. Like Madam just told about the vision of Honorable Chairman that yes, we are growing fast, we are doing great innovations, we are the true moderns, and in this pandemic time also, through our industries, we have supported the government, we have supported the society. We are the first, manufacturing concern in Madhya Pradesh got permission to produce amphotericin B emulsion, and we have supported the mankind through our innovations. So it is in our inherent, you can say, a culture of modern, where we are grooming our students, we are grooming our faculties, even our faculties are filing patents. They are doing great in this innovative era. So today we'll listen to all speakers, all visionaries. And really, I am very privileged and feeling proud to have such, leadership in the modern group of institutions like our visionary chairman, Dr. Anil Khariaji. Always he promotes the innovation, the involvement, and for nation building. And that we are seeing since last 14 years of the journey of modern group of institutions and 45 years of journey of modern group of industries. So this is a really matter of pride. And through today's seminar on IPR and entrepreneurship, our both speakers, Dr. Amit Dwivedi he is my mentor, and Dr. Nilesh Malviya, very close friend of mine. They are going to enrich, empower the students and the fraternity through their visionary words and to contribute in nation building. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivational words. Now I would request our Honorable Chairman, sir, Dr. Anil Khariaji, to enlighten us with his golden words.
Good morning to all. Our chief guest, Sritushi Tiwari ji, and guest of honor, Dr. Swati Rawat, my classmate, my अच्छे मित्र Amit Dwivedi ji, and also my dear friend, Dr. Nilesh Malviya. आज का जो ये लेक्चर सीरीज है, निश्चित तौर पर आप सब लोगों के लिए, जो सुनने वाले स्टूडेंट्स हैं और फैकल्टीज भी हैं, सबके लिए बहुत ही यूजफुल होने वाला है, क्योंकि जो स्पीकर्स हैं वो जिस तरह के लेवल पे काम करते हैं उनको मैं कई वर्षों से जानता हूं, और जैसे डॉक्टर अमित द्विवेदी जी और डॉक्टर नीलेश मालविया, दोनों को चूंकि पर्सनली जानता हूं, तो कितने एनर्जेटिक हैं, कितने इनोवेटिव हैं, कितने सारे इनके, मतलब अगर मैं इन लोगों से बातचीत जब करने बैठता हूं तो कब 15 मिनट आधा घंटा फोन पे बात हो जाती है, या पर्सनल मीटिंग में कैसे घंटों निकल जाते हैं पता ही नहीं पड़ता। तो द पर्सन्स जो हैं आज आपके सामने, दे आर द मोस्ट डायनामिक पर्सन ऑफ द इंडस्ट्री। जब मैं चूंकि इंडस्ट्री के काम से अधिकतर चाइना मेरा जाना होता है, करीब करीब साल में एक बार या दो बार, तो पिछले 10-15 सालों से मैं जा रहा हूँ पेंडेमिक के टाइम को छोड़ के। तो हम जब देखते हैं कि चाइना इतना क्यों आगे बढ़ गया और इंडिया कहाँ पीछे रह रहा है, तो हर जगह बात आती इनोवेशन की। वहाँ पे एग्जीबिशंस जब हम लोग अटेंड करते हैं वहाँ, तो जिस तरह के आइडियाज वहाँ पर होते हैं वैसे आइडियाज हमें इंडिया में कम देखने मिलते हैं, और इंडिया के लोगों का शायद उस तरह का सोच नहीं बन पा रहा है, इसलिए हर जगह हम इनोवेटिव इंडिया की बात कर रहे हैं। और निश्चित तौर पर जो यंग बच्चे हैं, इनका जो माइंडसेट है वो इस तरह का डेवलप होना चाहिए कि हमें हर बार चीजें इस तरह से आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स सोचनी है, किस तरह से इनोवेटिव फील्ड में काम करना है। और जो दूसरा फिर सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात आती है कि काम करें, हम कोई इनोवेशन करें, लेकिन उसका हम पेटेंट करा सकें, ताकि जो हमारी बौद्धिक संपदा है उसका हम पेटेंट करा सकें, ताकि उसके हम आगे पीछे उसकी रॉयल्टी ले सकें या उसके ऊपर अपना अधिकार जता सकें। तो इसके ऊपर आज ये कॉन्फ्रेंस है। निश्चित तौर पर आप सभी लोग बहुत लाभान्वित होंगे, और मैं सारे गेस्ट को, सारे स्पीकर्स का बहुत तहे दिल से स्वागत करता हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words. Now I would like to invite our guest of honor, Dr. Swati Rawat, madam, to please share some eloquent words. I would like to introduce our guest of honor. Dr. Swati Rawat worked as a pharmacist in Formulation and Development Department at Wokhard Limited, Aurangabad. She has done her PhD from Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University, Sagar. She also holds doctoral program in management. Presently, she is working as professor at Dr. Ved Prakash Patil College of Pharmacy, Aurangabad. Her past experiences was in various reputed pharmaceutical institutes from all over the India. She has more than 150 national and international published articles and more than 200 posters and oral presentations. She is the author of books in different categories like pharmaceutics, pharmacognosy, phytochemistry, and clinical chemical kinetics. She has applied for four patents and she received Best Research Article Award in Pharmaceutics by IDMA Mumbai. Over to you, ma'am.
Please unmute, ma'am. Please unmute.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible, but your video is not visible, ma'am.
Is it okay now?
It is okay. It is okay. Please carry on. Please carry on.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, ma'am,
Yes,
please.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, ma'am, please.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning to all those who are listening to me. I'm Dr. Swati Rawat, and I am very heartily honored to accept this invitation as guest of honor at Impact Lecture Session 2. And I immensely thankful to Dr. Anil Kharia and Dr. Puneet Dwivedi, also Modern Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences Indore. I'm also thankful to the coordinator, specifically Dr. Sapna Malviya and Sangeeta Dwivedi. Sapna, I just want to share a presentation. Can I?
Sure, sure, ma'am.
How to do it? Just let me know.
Mitesh, ma'am, please allow ma'am, make ma'am co-host so that she can share the screen.
Okay.
Ma'am, I had done. Please share your screens.
Just let me know.
Ma'am, screen share option is there on the bottom.
Share.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
On
yes,
the
yes.
bottom, if you'll see,
Yes, I got it.
share. Yes, ma'am.
Shall I start with?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I just like to talk on innovation and pharmaceutical industry before the speakers speak on the actual topic. Because though our topic is role of IPR in innovation, entrepreneurship, I just like to talk on innovation and our current scenario of Indian pharmaceutical industry market. Okay, innovation, if we talk about, it's the practical implementation of ideas that results in introduction of new good or service or implement of offering good or services. Innovation is defined as the process of making an idea or invention into a good or service that creates value and or for which customer will pay. There are many different types of examples of innovation, such as social, incremental, and open innovation among many. Now, why it is needed, like the purpose of innovation, why it is needed for various fields. The purpose of innovation is to create business value. Value means the profit, the money. The value can be defined in many ways, such as incremental to the existing products, the creation of entirely new product and services, or reducing the cost. Reducing cost is always related to profit. The purpose of innovation is to come up with the new ideas and technologies that increase the productivity and generate greater output and value within the same input. The innovation also helps the organizations differentiate themselves. If your organization is using innovations on its processes, it's because doing so, it will save your time, money, or other resources and give you a competitive advantage over the companies stuck in the same system or in their system. So your level goes high. Now, the process of innovation, it can be categorized into various types, which can be measured in two different magnitudes, the market as well the technology. Now, when based on these two magnitude, it can be differentiated into four types: the incremental, disruptive, architectural, and radial. When we go into details, the incremental is within the existing, and it gives the new technologies to be improved on. And the disruptive is innovation, also known as self-innovation, involves applying new technology or processes to a company's current market. Architectural is innovation, simply taking the process, skills over and all over technologies and applying them within a different market. Whereas radial innovation, what we think of mostly when considering innovation, it gives both to new industries as well as involves creating regulatory technologies. Now, the process of innovation or the cycle of innovation can be explained in this way. Like it depends on the present market, the wants, the need of people who are there, or it based on their demands. Now, looking into it, some innovative ideas may occur, which needs us to be thought over the innovative challenges. When these ideas put forward to the skilled personalities or group of skilled persons, when you are percolating or collaborating your ideas to the group of skilled person, they will think over it, they will try, they will see whether it can be commercialized or can be realized. So the scientific evaluation is done, where the datas were compiled, and then the datas were then tested and developed, which then be implemented into the market. Further, these implemented areas will be reviewed, surveyed, and will be seen for the further inspiration and for the further new ideas. So it's a chain procedure where based on the people need and wants. Then whenever we talk about innovation, there is a very similar term, which is invention. But a big difference is that the invention is what that there's the product or process which is not existing, whereas innovation, that is where you have the existed product or process. So invention is the first occurrence of an idea for a few product or process, while innovation is the first attempt to carry it out into practice. Now we'll see the actual market position of the Indian pharmaceutical. So, and how this innovative procedure or processes can be implemented in these areas. In industry trends and latest development in pharmaceutical industry. In recent past, pharmaceutical industry has taken a giant leap in terms in innovation. COVID-19 has brought new set of challenges with itself and with the unparalleled contributors to the medical profession. Development in pharmaceutical industry has never been high as it was in these 2 years. These specific areas to be highlighted, such as artificial intelligence, analyst, flexible production, precision medicine, manufacturing, digital therapeutics, and curative therapies. I just want to talk 2-3 lines over these points so that it can be clear and it will add the value to those speakers. They can also see. Like artificial intelligence, it represents the use of high-end technology that are continuously for my industry, like automation and optimization of various manufacturing, stimulates the based and effective design of marketing strategies after the launch. Artificial intelligence helps in the study of medicine, making it patient for better than earlier and leads to the development of advanced and potent drugs and smooth official trials. The entire process becomes convenient, easier, cheaper, and the proper of all into the system. Then, the big data and analysis. As the pharma industry grows, the data and the respective analysis become necessary. With a wide scope of study on drugs and the development of drugs, a large volume of data is accumulated. This calls for a high-end set software technology analyzed meticulously in order to drive certain value from it. The advertisement in has made analysis important, and the historical and real-time data pertaining to the pharmaceutical industry that has turned into valuable asset. The analysis become predictive, prescriptive, diagnostic, and descriptive. The flexible production. With the advancement of technology, the method of production has improved quite a lot too. The pharma industry is changing its production style due to shifting market dynamics. The single-use technology in the case of pharmaceuticals is gaining much popularity simply because it has reduced downtime and enhanced productivity. Downtime is the lag between the two systems, two stages. On the other hand, the new bioreactors and the manufacturing process are also the focus area of pharmaceuticals. Therefore, besides reducing the downtime, they also help in low energy consumption, high productivity, and minimizing the number of wastes. Then, production precision of medicine. As we know that every individual is different and each individual is unique, and one size do not fit in the for all. So we with these two concepts in mind, the idea for precision medicine arose, and the data analysis being more new information linking the human body and the drugs. The revolutionizing manufacturing methods like additive manufacturing have enabled us to make personalized medicine a reality. With the infusion of the right pharmaceutics and pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic medicines are manufactured based on age, sex, and other clinical parameters, better to be said as other factors that are involved. Then additive manufacturing, as the need of precision medicine is increasing, it gives rise to additive medicine. This further makes pharmaceutical companies rework the drug manufacturing process. Like 3D printers that print human cells and tissues are under research. Additionally, it will have its application in the development of drug organ engineering and produce engineering regenerating medicines. Bioprinters also enable the origin of human cells and tissues, leading to the innovation of biolinks, microfluids, and tissue engineering. Then we have blockchains. Blockchain is now an essential part of the pharmaceutical industry. At every production and distribution stage of drugs, like any other industry, the pharma industry has its own stakeholders who are secretive about their data. The block technology helped in handling and tackling these uses of counterfeit medicines and drugs of a substance level that can enter into pharmaceutical chain and can be lethal to many or thousands. The extended reality like augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality. These have made the visualization better than ever. The pharma industry enthusiasts are exploring the possibilities of inclusion of technologies in manufacturing and research aspect. The extended reality tools are potent to bring data reach and real-time interaction among the team for research. Then we have real world data. Other things that bring revolution in the pharma industry are real world data and real world evidence, like RWD and RWE. RWD includes the data concerning the health of the patient, treatment, and routinely collected health reports. The pharma industry has a research intensive nature which makes the data an important aspect. Therefore, it is important that the data should be real value and reliable. Moreover, the availability of the Internet of Things, availability of sensors, the Internet of Things, that is IoT, and other wearable are reforming the way to the pharma industry. Then digital therapeutics. Digital therapeutics in pharma industry have changed ways of treatment in a multitude of illness. These deliver evidence-based inventions with the help of software to manage, prevent, and even treat physical, mental, and behavioral issues. The tech-driven non-pharmacological solutions are either used alone or complementary with the other devices, therapies, and medicines. The individual can have greater control over the outcome and the health. The last one is the curative therapies. This is real revolutionary shift in the pharmaceutical industry. It has shifted the industry from managing the disease to curing the disease. For instance, curative therapies involving genes and cells are revolutionizing the way illness were treated. By eliminating the need for prolonged treatment. One such curative therapy is gene therapy. Genetic material is introduced in the cells to eliminate the bad gene and make a beneficial protein in the body. Genetically engineered viruses are the most commonly used carriers. The most recent example in this regard is the vaccine that has been developed for COVID-19. Now, I just want to put forward some of the overview of the pharmaceutical industry in India and scope of innovation within it. Like some highlights in Indian pharma sector. India is the largest provider largest provider for the generic drug globally. It supplies over 50% of the demand for various vaccines, 40% of the generic demand in US, and 25% of all medicine in UK. The Indian pharmaceutical market is estimated as US 40 billion, and pharma companies export another USD 20 billion. Globally, India stands or ranks third in terms of pharmaceutical production by volume, whereas 14th by value, means the products are very cheap. India has more than 30% share in the global generic market, but less than 1% share in the new molecular entity space. Means we don't have the researcher. They don't have particular assistant for the research, neither from the government nor from the any companies, industries, or even academic institutes. So the talent their innovation cannot be realized. Okay. Then India's domestic pharmaceutical market is estimated at USD 42 billions in 2021 and likely to much increase up to USD 65 billions by 2024, and further it may go up to expand up to USD 120-130 billion by 2030. Now, need of innovation in pharma sector, challenging perspectives and necessities or necessaries, the use of technology where the need of the hour, but now it is essential that innovation is the core of business, and there is dire need of embrace it if India wants to continue to be relevant in the global pharmaceutical space. India playing at scale in the innovation space will not just help the country, but it will create a source of suitable revenue, bringing a raw solution to unmet healthcare needs. In India, this would lead to reduction in disease burden, such as development of drugs for India-specific concerns like tuberculosis or leprosy, which does not get global attention. Then creation of new high-skilled jobs, and probably around USD 10 billion of additional export from 2030. Countries like China has already leapfrogged ahead, skipping the generic medicine-based development. Next, the challenges in achieving these innovations. Challenges within India, which we have to overcome if we want to implement the innovations to have the realizations. To overcome, there are various challenges such as complex and protected approvals process for development of new drug. In India, it takes around 33 to 63 months, whereas 11 to 18 months in a developed country. Lack of robust process of guidelines. India website listed 24 guidelines against the, when it's compared to over 600 at US FDA, lack of transparency, whereas US government, they establish a pre-submission procedure we don't have. Then inadequate capacity or capability. There are considerable enhancement needed across the regulatory bodies in India. Then limited governance and limited innovation mindset. Then way forward, the various way like robust regulation and eliminating regulatory structure will amplify processes or simplify the processes. Robust guidelines, predictability, increase capacity and strong governance. India needs a 60% reduction in the approval timeline to be completed in the competitive. Then reversed funding support. Then industry academic linkage, strong linkage between academia and industry with high quality academic talent and the infrastructure. Industry owned research and strong governance. The US created the Bayh-Dole Act, encouraging the academics to get to independent companies. India needs world-class centers of excellence to attract global timeline and support cutting edge research. Then coherent policies across the sector. When we try to draw the conclusion, it may be many new and unique ideas are making their way. It is clear that manufacturers and marketers are listening to the need and the wants of the customer and are making new products to meet the demands. Everybody can contribute to new product development, either through research and development or through their focus, energy, and committed to their role. Now, I'm really thankful to you all for listening me. Okay, can I stop here?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your enlivening words. I would now like to request our distinguished chief guest, Sritushi Tawariji, to apprise us with his glorious words. Over to you, sir.
Hello, everyone. I'm very delighted to be here. All the distinguished individuals were present, including Mr. Kharia, my friend Dr. Puneet Vivedi, who invited me, and other distinguished speakers who are going to be speaking and who have spoken already. Can I? Okay. You know, today's youth has a very unique opportunity. These are not ordinary times. In the history of mankind, a moment like this has never come. And this has happened because of the internet revolution. Prior to internet revolution and post-internet revolution, what is the fundamental difference? We all know that. One example suffices. पहला एक पोस्ट कार्ड लिखने में, अभी 1 मिलियन ईमेल भेजने में कितना डिफरेंस है. So the whole world is interconnected. It is obvious. The young generation who are students today, they do not know the era before internet. They are born in internet era actually. So you do not even understand what it was without internet, what world was without internet. Having said that, just because opportunity is there, that doesn't mean that everybody succeeds. Along with the opportunities that the scientists and technologists have opened up for every newcomer, every young person today, where is the initiative in a young mind is the real challenge now. Who are the individuals who take initiative in doing something beyond what is already known to them? So when we talk about entrepreneur, actually, you know, India is a country of entrepreneurs. Many of you may not have known or not thought about. Only 20% Indians are actually employed people. 80% Indians are not employed people. Whereas in countries like USA and Europe, 80% working population is employed in a job. So actually jobs do not define India. Traditionally, all our farmers are entrepreneurs, the first and foremost entrepreneurs. So to say that Indians are not entrepreneurs or Indians lack entrepreneurship is actually not acceptable based on the traditional and today's truth. Yes, it is true that those of us who have had opportunity to educate ourselves, go through so-called formal education and have opportunity of better institutes, higher education, even going abroad to study. Over a period of time, I think we become scared of enterprising, because when the opportunity of a good job is available in some large corporation, then one thinks whether one should take risk in enterprising or not. And especially when you know that the life of an entrepreneur may be very, very dangerous in terms of financial risks involved. And you are told that it's not easy to succeed. And you watch also the recent example of who lesser than a J.R.D. Tata, who was the greatest entrepreneur this country has seen, one of the greatest, who enterprised in the airline, and he was even a pilot. He created an airline of his own, which was actually taken over by government of those era. And enterprising goes to haywire. So why JRD had to suffer? If man like JRD had to suffer in India, what to talk about ordinary entrepreneurs coming from middle class of India? So in India, the story of regulation has been a story of strangulating entrepreneurship, if I may call, in the womb of the mother. जैसे माँ के बच्चे में जैसे पेट में कोख में बच्चे को मार देते हैं, वैसे ही भारत में एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को हम लोग मारते आ रहे हैं पिछले 60-70 साल। तो आदमी डरे नहीं तो क्या करे। और जिसके पास ऑप्शन है, the one who can because of their education can have a successful career in a job, then why will they not opt for that? And even more so, if they get an opportunity in foreign country, why will they not run away? What is holding them back when enterprising is not easy to do in India? Times are changing. Times are changing, and I think people are realizing in government because of the leadership and thinking that without entrepreneurs, no nation can rise. So farmer is an entrepreneur, but he is a very low horsepower entrepreneur. उसका हॉर्स पावर इतना कम है कि उसको सुसाइड भी करना पड़ता है, ये स्थिति है. So the youth of India now needs to understand that what is the difference of old times in India and today's time in India and opportunities world over. And what is the difference they have to understand. I'll give you an analogy. You know, society is like a train. There are many wagons, but train runs on the strength of what? What is one thing which is not there, train will not run? The obvious answer is engine. If the engine is missing, you can have golden wagons, you can have 1 lakh wagons, but they are of no use because they cannot be pulled by engine. So my friends, understand, an entrepreneur is like engine of business and economy. You should understand, when you decide that you are an entrepreneur, somebody is, I think, having mantras here to corroborate with my point. I think it's a godly, divine intervention. Do you all hear this?
Please mute Bharat Gehlot. Please, sir, please.
Yeah, don't worry. I think I'm taking it as a divine intervention of our Sanskrit mantras, you know, because the sound of Sanskrit is so profound, you know, that we don't understand. Most of us educated people don't understand Sanskrit, but we still relish the sound of it. Something about Sanskrit, right? So never mind. So let me come back. So the first and foremost thing that educated youth has to understand is that the pride of being an entrepreneur is like pride of becoming the engine in a train. So, you know, you first and foremost don't become entrepreneur for the need of money. Money is very much required in everything in life. And money, if it's not there, it's like, what is it? It's like you have a car without wheels. So wheels are required. So nobody can underestimate the importance of money in one way or other. And that's how we measure success of enterprises. Fair enough. But the more important point than money is, it is the human passion. It is the passion inside that makes us want to do something new. Why does a person want to climb Everest? What is it that takes a person that wants to do something new? So it's not money, you know. I mean, at the peak of Everest, there is no money that the guy reaches there and then he becomes a crorepati or something, you know. So you go to Kaun Banega Crorepati maybe, you know, if you want to become crorepati. Just to lighten the talk. Point is that passion within, and that's where you need to find yourself. So I do not want to today talk too much about many things. I just request that all youth, unless you decide that I want to live my life in a way that I can call someday that I am also an engine of a train. I also started something new. And when we are talking about new, there are two kinds of new. One is a linear growth. Something is selling and I am also selling the same thing. That is a linear growth, linear path. And then there comes the exponential growth from 1 to 10. We just talked about going from postcard to email. Now, I'm not referring to that every innovator has to become an internet creator. So don't take such burden on your head, but think about what is it the new in. You are from Pharmaceutical Institute. You need to think about what is the new in pharmaceutical that I need to do. And in my view, you need to think about this. Corona has taught a big lesson to the whole world that there are only two things really necessary, apart from other emotional issues I am not getting. Material wise, first is a good food. Everybody needs food. And if food is available, people are secured. Corona has taught us that. And second important thing is the healthcare, that I should not fall sick. Now, curative pharmaceutical is the way in today's world. And tomorrow's healthcare is about preventive healthcare. So pharmaceutical students need to understand that it's not only about fighting against the diseases and finding cures. There is a bigger word in pharma industry which has to evolve, which is evolving, which has to do with I do not fall sick. How do I not fall sick is the message for healthcare. And how many things India traditionally has in terms of nutrition, nutritional products. When we talk about, this, our spices have become talk of the town by Harvard University. That Indians, they are blessed because they are having this haldi, dhania, jeera, rai every day. We have been underestimating our mothers and grandmothers who have been feeding us preventive healthcare food. So here is the opportunity in a new way. So all I am saying now that think about exponential growth and exponential product. And finally, I will just mention 5 points and treat them as 5 principles for your innovative entrepreneurship. Number 1 is that I told you, want to become an engine in a train. Number 2, that you develop resourcefulness. And resourcefulness means knowing many people, seniors, juniors, peers, everyone, and connecting and networking, because without networking and without making partnerships, today when you go after doing innovation, there is a risk involved. You need to identify that single-handedly you may not succeed in completing your innovation. Then you need to identify a few friends who are willing to co-partner with you. And that is how the risk is mitigated. Now, partnership and so co-sharing is a fundamental issue. And co-sharing, partnership and networking requires you to be, third point. Remember that. Trustworthy person. If you are not a trustworthy person, if you are a selfish person and you are thinking only about yourself, who is going to network with you? For how long? Who is going to partner with you? For how long? Everybody gets exposed. Even a child today can understand, looking at the eyes of an uncle, whether he is a selfish uncle or he is a really good uncle. So, this is the world we are entering tomorrow, where trust is going. People say, no, that dishonesty is the real way for business. That was in the past. Now, the future is only about Shubh Labh. Shubh Labh meaning that I don't want to make a single penny by hurting anybody or nature. So this is where you need to be a trustworthy person. And the fourth point I want to make is, in enterprising, you may have a Mercedes and then petrol is finished halfway and then Mercedes is standing and you're walking. So success never comes. What do I mean by that? Meaning you must have all-time petrol for yourself. And what is that? Meaning you do not run out of money till your innovation is successful. And how do you do that? By ensuring that your survival needs are minimal. So खिचड़ी खाइए, दरी पे सोइए, पैसे का लालच मत करिए, और पूरा जो पैसा है उसको इनोवेशन में इन्वेस्ट करिए. So you need to have simple surviving, easy survival for you to succeed. So keep that in mind. If you want that I want to become a businessman and I will have the very first day I'll have a big car. So you borrow money and buy car instead of, you know what I mean? So this is not the way to innovate. And finally, last point I want to give you, my final mantra is a quality time quotient. You know, our time is finite. 24 hours a day does not become 24 hours and 1 second more on any day. So when you invest your time in your life, there are two kinds of work we do. One is a routine kind of work, and routine kind of work is a work which is already known. It is established. There is no innovation involved, and that is where money comes from. So when we sell, when we make, you know, when you create something, money doesn't come. When you complete the creation and start selling, then money starts coming. Then it has already become a routine activity. So when the routine activity is you are engaged in, you earn money from that. And then you take that money and take your surplus time and you invest towards innovation. That is a creative work. So time has to be allocated in two parts. This is my final suggestion to you, the creative time and my routine time. Those who want to be successful innovators, you need to figure out that for my survival, regular survival, how many hours per week I want to work on a routine activity which will be bringing me sufficient money for my survival as well as for investment in my creative idea. So not only survival, you need to invest money in your creative thoughts, and that is where creative time is there with you. So unless you can define that my creative time and my routine time, you break it up. Maybe you are working 3 days on some sort of a routine work and 4 days you are working on some creative innovation. So your ratio of creative time to your routine activity should continue to increase. And that's what I call quality time quotient, QTQ. So success or measure of an innovator is whether the QTQ is growing or not. So with this, I take leave from all of you, and I really wish and I hope each one of you shine like the streets of Indore, because Indore has got a big name in cleanliness, and I know our friend Puneet is very much a part of that initiative, and that is the main reason, Puneet, that I am here. Because it's only that I don't understand why you have invited me, because since you invited me as an advisor, I haven't heard anything. But there is a respect in my heart for you, Puneet, because what Indore has become somewhere you have. So I am here and I am very happy, and I hope the youth is understanding what I'm trying to say. Thank you.
Pradam. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I would like to share a few highlights of our chief guest. Sritushi Dhariji is an entrepreneur mindset coach, strategist, Sublav, decentralized economy, author, founder, and CEO of UltraTech Laboratories Private Limited, Alternate Approaches Private Limited. He is a creative entrepreneur and knowledge strategist, an angel investor, and keen mentor to new breed entrepreneurs. He is a member of Board of Governors IIT Bhilai, and he has written the critically acclaimed book Creation of Wealth versus Transfer of Wealth. He has also made a short film Life 2.0 depicting how to redesign sustainable human habitats in synchronization with nature called SEALAG, an engineering graduate from Illinois Institute of Technology, Chicago in 1980. Currently CEO of a few knowledge enterprises like Radiation Monitoring Company, accredited by Bhabha Atomic Research Center, the premier Atomic Energy Institute of India, He was former co-chair, Innovations Screening Committee, that is Niti Aayog, India's Premium Policy Institute, Delhi. So once again, thank you so much, sir, for your precious word sharing with us. Thank you, sir. As we all know that we are in a learning phase, and at this stage, what we learn will develop our mind, create personality and future. So we have a very reputed and renowned personality, Dr. Amit Dwivedi, Associate Professor and in charge, Department of Policy Advocacy, Knowledge and Research, Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India. He will give his highlights on entrepreneurship opportunities emerging for startup. Dr. Amit Kumar Dwivedi has over 13 years of teaching and research experience. Earlier, he has worked at Amity University and Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. He contributed various textbooks, reference books, and edited various book volumes. Dr. Dwivedi has published his research in various leading journals. Dr. Dwivedi is a part of the India team that leads prestigious Global Entrepreneurship Monitor research study. He is associated with this study as a national team member. He co-authored 4 GEMS India reports also. Dr. Dwivedi is the chief editor of Journal of Rural and Industrial Development. He has been involved in making of AICT Startup Policy 2016 on the behalf of the committee and the EDII. Dr. Dwivedi contributed 2 chapters in recommendations to National MSME Policy 2017 on the behalf of EDII and one-man committee set up by Ministry of MSME. In the year 2015, Dr. Dwivedi received an award from Honorable Governor of Uttar Pradesh for his contributions in the field of entrepreneurship development. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me at this very, very important forum. I can see Mr. Tauri, very, very much renowned speaker here, Kharia Saab, the other fellow speakers, Madam Sapna Malvi, Dr. Puneet Dwivedi, and many more academicians who are sharing their experience and knowledge related to entrepreneurship, innovation, technology, and startups. My compliments to Modern Group of Institutions for conducting this first of its kind talk where practitioners, professors, and industry, all three are present and trying to brainstorm and provide some insight to the young minds. I thank you for inviting me, and I would request the host to allow me to share the slide.
Sir, you can share your screen.
Thank you. Yeah. I hope my slide is visible.
Yes,
to
yes.
everybody.
Yes, yes.
And as Ms. Dwivedi mentioned about the topic, entrepreneurship opportunities and ecosystem, I'm going to talk. Today, everyone is aware about this term, entrepreneurship. I come from the EDII, Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India. The institute started in 1983, when entrepreneurship was not a common word. It was very difficult even to pronounce. But 40 years ago, when this institute was started, there was a mandate to create entrepreneurship at every level, be it a rural entrepreneurship, urban or small medium enterprise entrepreneurship, family business entrepreneurship, and several different domains, themes of entrepreneurship. In past 40 years, we have created lakhs of entrepreneurs all across the country and in many developing economies. And based on those insights that I could get, I'm going to share few learnings which you may take further as an emerging entrepreneur, as an emerging startup founder. I'm trying to connect the dots, highlighting few success stories, few individuals who have remarkably done their jobs and created some institution which is creating impact either in the society or in the business domain. Why entrepreneurship is so important? It is nothing to do with the money or business. It is the mindset. If you join a company, you will be given a task and you will be asked to perform that task. The company is not going to ask you whether you know how to sing a song, what is your passion, do you love to play cricket, do you want to go for some interactions? No. Generally not. You may have some passion, you need to keep it with you. No company is going to ask you to fulfill that. But when you start your own enterprise, your own venture, you have all those freedom to fulfill your dreams while working on the idea, while working on the startup, while working in the enterprise. And that is how we can say that entrepreneurship helps in utilizing the capability of individual. Means individual utilizes everything that he has. Entrepreneurial mindset is required here. It helps enhancing self-confidence. When you sell your product in the market and first customer buys your product, automatically your confidence will be very high. Because the idea that you have developed, the prototype that you have developed is being subscribed by many, many people. Means people are appreciating your idea. And that enhances the confidence tremendously. You can see a few photographs on my slide. I will share a bit about them so that one can relate how these common people did some outstanding jobs. Dr. Kurian, you might have heard about. Dr. Varghese Kurian. Amol, you might have heard. The person behind him is no more. If you see his profile, by education, he was a technologist, a Michigan graduate, a technocrat. He was in Gujarat and he learned that farmers every day carry milk from the village area to railway station to transport the milk from Kheda district of Gujarat to Mumbai or nearby markets, big cities. When these farmers miss the train, they pour the milk in the river, because after that the milk has no use. It is a perishable commodity, and after 3-4 hours it is not of any use. This was the problem of farmers. Dr. Kurian learned that there is a problem and should be doing something. Worked on the cooperative model, integrated that, put technology there, important technology, cooling plants at the village level, transportation, pasteurization plants, everything which was required. He did that, and today the story is very known. Amul is first multinational Indian firm, cooperative firm. You see all across the globe, you will find Amul everywhere. Just because of one person's willpower, because of one person's vision. The second individual is Dr. Yunus, who is standing with Nobel Prize. Dr. Yunus, again, not an entrepreneur, never started his business, but he is a truly social entrepreneur. That is why we are discussing about him today. What Dr. Yunus did, as a professor, he learned that women in Bangladesh, in Chittagong area, making bamboo baskets, but getting very small amount for their livelihood. As a curious economics professor, he asked why you are getting this much less amount. The women group replied, sir, we are not owning resources. We do not have money to buy resources. Somebody else provides the resource. We make the baskets and give back to him. He sells it in the market and he gets the maximum chunk. Dr. Yunus asked another question, why don't you buy? Bamboo is not that costly. Raw material is not that difficult to buy. Ladies replied, sir, whatever we earn, we eat it. We hardly save anything. Since we do not have any saving, how we can buy? Then he told, why don't you go to bank to take the money? They replied, sir, banks give money to those who have money. In that case, again, Dr. Yunus tried to convince banker. But the banker replied, sir, how can we give money without taking collateral? It is not our money. Banker was also right. Then Muhammad Yunus did one experiment. The experiment was taking loan from the bank, distributing among the women, asking them to use this money to have their own raw material, have their own small enterprise, and run it effectively and give the money back. It happened in the same way. Very firmly, they took the money, they started their own enterprise, livelihood enterprise, startup, micro startup, did business, returned money to Professor Yunus, and with this he learned two things. One, in class, after a few minutes, let's say after lunch, return the money, and then he learned two things. One is, if you give money to women to start enterprise, she will do it formally, and whatever money she will earn, she will invest in the well-being of the family, means health, education, and livelihood. It is different in case of male, and that is why you might have seen that microfinance institutions are lending mostly 90% to women because of this finding. And because of his model, microfinance model, the whole set of emerging economies, developing economies got boost, and crores of women, they transformed their life with the help of this one tool, microfinance. We say him as a social entrepreneur and Nobel Prize winner as well. There is another person, Arvind Eye Care founder, Dr. VG. He was a surgeon, eye surgeon, retired as eye surgeon at the age of 60. And he learned that there is a cataract issue in his eyes, motiabind. See how empathetic he was. He thought that if I am having this problem, people of my age. Please mute. Those who are not having money and having age of 60, how they are surviving. And then he thought of creating the institution Arvind Eye Care to provide solution to all those people who are not having money but having cataract issue. They subsidized at the maximum level for those who do not have money, sometimes free. And on Arvind Eye Care, lots of cases, Harvard cases, Ivy cases are written because it's a different kind of social enterprise altogether. Then Karsanbhai Patel, you might have heard, a truly businessman, challenged Hindustan Unilever with his Nirma detergent powder. Hindustan Unilever brought wheel, a lower segment of surf, but still can't compete with Nirma. And Nirma is remarkable in this detergent segment. Karsanbhai was a BSc, a chemist, but had high vision to achieve that. Naukri.com, Sanjeev Bikhchandani, you might have heard, again, a very common man from IIM Ahmedabad, got a job in US, went there with his wife. She was also employed. Then they returned to India. Wife got job in Delhi. He could not get a job. He thought to start something innovative. One fine day, he visited the wife's office. That day was Wednesday. Everybody was trying to see the Ascent supplement of Times of India, where jobs come. That is the case of corporate. When you are in a job, you search for the other job. Everybody wanted to see that, but nobody was daring to see because boss was also sitting in the same area. Then he observed this and he discussed with wife that if I can translate this advertisement, job advertisement on computer, everybody can apply and boss will also never learn, will never know. And that idea clicked him. He went to banks refused that, no, in our country, newspaper will do, internet will not do. But we all know timesjob.com, we all know naukri.com, we all have seen that, how successful they are. Naukri.com started, and then today he's about 10,000 crores net worth individual in about 25 years. Then two kids are there. They are my own students. They started 4 years ago. Now their turnover is about 5 crores. They're into hydroponics. One girl is receiving national award, again, a student from EDII. She got national award because she has a startup, Tatkal, a lorry. You can book the tiles, ceramic tiles of your choice. It will be delivered to you within 36 hours from the company directly without having any super stockist, state stockist. Prices are also very, very less. She got national award for that. What I'm trying to say here, entrepreneurship is needed for every problem that we see. And entrepreneurship is the only solution to every problem. That is why entrepreneurship is needed. And who's an entrepreneur? We all are entrepreneurs. We all are thinking, acting. Sometimes we are working as a social entrepreneur. Sometimes we are working as a business entrepreneurs. But we all are inborn entrepreneurs. Now, I'll talk a bit about the education. The education for entrepreneurship is basically holistic education. When we want to create an individual as an entrepreneur, we should be teaching him the values. Without values, no entrepreneur can be a great entrepreneur. We need to teach him self-discipline. Those who are planning for entrepreneurship, they should see that you should learn how to sacrifice. I was listening Mr. Tauri, and he was saying that don't expect from very next day you are going to buy a car. You cannot do that. You should be sacrificing a lot in the beginning, and later on, you will be rewarded for that. You should know how to interact with stakeholders, how to be logical, how to solve a problem. You should have that aptitude to solve the problem. Dr. Muhammad Yunus solved the problem. Dr. BG has solved the problem. Dr. Kurian has solved the problem. Be logical while deciding or while taking a decision. Have peace in the mind. Don't be in a hurry. Understand risk and return very well. And then 5 important things are observation, be vigilant, and be empathetic while observing. Experimental, experiment as much as you can. Innovate. Innovation is again the key. Every speaker has talked about skill-based. Have the skill that you can manage the team, you can run the team, you can run the whole show, and know how to manage the resources. These are the crucial things when you are starting or launching a venture. Every student who is planning should think about that. Now I'll be talking about the opportunities which are emerging, especially after the pandemic times. We have documented that there are 2 broadly sets available, technological and social. And not only technology, but social sector is also growing. NASCOM is saying that more than 50% startups are non-technology. It means we are on the right track. This country has lots of social issues, and if startups have started solving those social issues, no one can stop the country becoming self-reliant. This is a very good sign, and lots of areas are emerging. I'm going a few of them. Healthcare, the important segment after the pandemic. So whether manufacturing or service delivery, hospitals, clinics, pathologies, wellness centers, these all are the opportunities emerging. You can discuss about any one later on, but these are the areas where thousands of opportunities are emerging. In Ayurveda, from production to branding, lots of opportunities are available. Yoga and meditation, we can see now portals are there, web portals are there on yoga and meditations, and they all are getting ads. So through ads, they are running their expenses, they are meeting out their expenses, and by this support, they are running the venture. Skill development is and education is a good area again. Laborers have moved to villages. They have some skills. More skills can be provided so that they can be employable or self-employed. So those kind of skills can be provided. Small skill programs of 3 hours, 4 hours can be developed. And price can also be kept at very less, 50 rupees, 75 rupees, and identify lakhs of people. If 1 lakh people buys your 50 rupees video, it is 50 lakh rupees. So this kind of approach can be taken up. Factory workers, farmers, they all can be trained. E-learning MOOCs, again emerging. Faculty members with the students can develop MOOCs. Executive education has been in the air, and executives are trying to learn as much as they can so that they can perform better. IT and software sector is again a crucial sector. So far, we have served all large enterprises, but not small enterprises. IT software is also required for small enterprises. One can think about having IT solutions for SMEs, for small vendors, also for small kirana shops, for small hotels, for small restaurants. They all need some kind of ERP and can be provided. Health-related research and development. Most of us have seen pandemic and also might have given samples for the test. Lots of data has been created in the past 1.5 years. Now scientists are studying that. At the same time, we also would like to know the trend of our health. So we are measuring the blood pressure, sugar, the oxygen level, the heartbeats, the temperature. If a startup can store all this data individually, like I can have my account and I can store my data there. And frequently I'm creating a data. So when I meet my doctor, I can share the whole file and my doctor can learn the trend about my health. So this is again very important area, especially pharmacy students can think about how this kind of a tool with the help of some IT student can be developed. Management, security of surveillance, and these are because we have been creating a lot of data. There's a need to have a proper security of it. E-commerce, social media, again, lots of opportunities are there in e-commerce. Very few still companies are there, and reach is not that much. All these villages, they also need low cost, discount, easy access, timely delivery. So we need many more startups like that. Online vegetable delivery, e-kirana, e-medicines. These are all the opportunities students can think about and create some local startup. Then later on they can scale up further. Any startup starts with very small area and then later on they scale it up. Social media and networking, video conferencing, these are all the opportunities. Entrepreneurship opportunities in clothing and textiles. This country has contributed to the whole globe the huge number of textiles from century 1. The data is from century 1, though we have been contributing from many hundreds of years before century 1. But we have that technology, we have that understanding, and still we are the best in producing cottons, the quality of clothings, the style of clothings. So students, especially those who are into design area, fashion area, they can think about these as a startup area. They can collaborate, they can have joint ventures, they can have stitching plants outsourced. But this area is again very important area for a startup. Rural entrepreneurship. In rural entrepreneurship, we have 2 classifications: group-based entrepreneurship and individual entrepreneurship. Government of India is pushing this toy segment, and making of toy is very much popular today because we want to replace China in that segment. And every area has unique proposition in the field of toys. Like somewhere you will see cotton based, somewhere you will see wooden based, somewhere you will see bamboo based, somewhere you will see this iron based, steel based, plastic based. So we have thousands of varieties. So again, one can plan how toys can be made and how handicraft based toys can be made, because they have more value in other markets, other developed markets like Germany and France. Making of furniture, again opportunity, processing of food items, packaging and marketing, dry fruit processing, vegetable and fruit farming, farmer producer organizations. This is again Government is pushing this segment, farmer producer organizations, where farmers can make a company and then they can buy the inputs at a lower price and they can decide the price also in the market based on their competition and supply. Individual enterprises, biogas plants are popular today. Government is pushing this, supporting hydroponics, aquaponics, farm produce storage, rural financing, skill for youth, mobile health services, school tiffin services in social sector, cultural events management. Then agriculture, in agriculture we have two areas, pre-harvest and post-harvest. E-commerce portals for agriculture supply. When you want to buy a mobile phone, you have Flipkart, Amazon, but when a farmer wants to buy a fertilizer, there is no Amazon, no Flipkart, but we need that. Farmers also need that. So students can think about how to supply the inputs to farmers through e-commerce company. Mobile applications can be developed. Drones are being used today. Lots of drones are working in Gujarat. They are being used by farmers. Farmers using them to spray the fertilizer or a pesticide on the crop. It helps in two ways. One, reducing the health hazard of the individual, the person who's spraying. And the second, it is a low cost. So technology intervention is very, very high in agriculture. And here is the opportunity for startups to come and support the farmers. Processing of farm produce, cold chain distribution network for fruits and vegetables. We have high degree of perishability in terms of fruits and vegetables. So it is required to have the right kind of startups who can support farmers in reducing the perishability. Storage, sorting, grading, all these are opportunities. E-sabji, fruity salad, these are the opportunities for e-commerce based companies. Livestock and fisheries, there are opportunities in Gau Seva, cow-based dairies. Government is supporting through Kamdhen Ayog. Lots of support is available. Cow dung-based fertilizer is one area, one such area. Cold chain and distribution network of milk and other related products. Fodder farming. Fisheries, again, there is a scheme, Matsya Sampada Yojana by Government of India. You can think about, and you can have those who are near to fish ponds or those kind of lands. They can have clusters of fish ponds. The last slide is about indigenous skills, handmade and knowledge based. So we have lots of handmade skills which are still demand driven. Whether paper, handmade paper, 90% of handmade paper is being exported to other countries. Craft, lots of demand in India and outside. Clothing, embroidery, hand woven, again, demand in India and outside. Antiques, idols, home decoratives. In fact, food also. So every of handmade area has demand in the country and outside the country. The only thing is one has to identify and start the enterprise in that segment. Knowledge based, we have lots of skill based communities in the society. And they all have been working, contributing in the society from thousands of years. Recently, one startup has aggregated them, this urban company startup. What they have done, they have aggregated all these engineers, technicians, and when you want to have their services, you can book it and you can get it. Otherwise, if you want to identify a person who can fix your refrigerator, it will take one day, and then his prices will be different. Then he's not accountable for anything. But here, the company is accountable and the person is accountable. So this is a better proposition, and that is why it is getting momentum. A few startups who came from EDI during the pandemic, for the pandemic, to solve the pandemic problems. This is one kid who developed some tools. He was featured in Times of India and many other newspapers. This is a lady who developed face shield, and she has got several awards. In fact, a team has put her name on the t-shirt, the IPL team, because she has done remarkably well in the creation of face shield. What I'm trying to say here, students, you all have lots of energy and creative solutions. The only thing is you need to come forward and take some startup idea, take it further, get support, get mentoring, and be a successful entrepreneur. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for giving your valuable insight on entrepreneurship opportunities emerging for a startup. So with that, we will go ahead and take some time for questions. If anyone wants to ask any question, they can ask. They can drop their question in chat box, or they can unmute themselves and ask their questions. So we have one question in our chat box. That the question is from Ankit Anchalia, sir. The question is, how we license one innovation in different countries and different companies?
Are you asking from me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So license means if you have a patent, if you have a right, you can sell the rights. You can partially sell the rights. All these pharma companies, they are quite aware about that. They buy the rights of formulas and compositions. Likewise, but you need to own it, then only you can sell it. So first thing is we should have a patent, we should file it, we should get the patent rights, and then if some commercialization can be done, we can sell it. Lots of new kids are doing that. There is a organization NIF, National Innovation Foundation. I would suggest you to go to their website. It is in Ahmedabad, NIF, and they have lots of innovations documented, patented, and they are allowing anybody and everybody to come and commercialize that patent. Plus, further details can be identified from NRDC, the policy and schemes. NRDC has all those set of rules, Government of India. Thank you.
I hope Ankit sir get his answer. If anybody wants to ask any question, they can ask. Okay, so I don't think so, sir. Any question is left there. So today my words are not enough to express the gratitude. On behalf of everyone, I would like to thank our eminent speaker, Dr. Amit Dwivedi sir, for visiting and enlightening us with their knowledge and interesting facts. I'm pretty sure that the precious knowledge that he gave us will definitely help our students in their studies and in future. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Amit sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now this is the time for our Impact Lecture 2. I'm profusely elated to take this opportunity and invited our replacement speaker, Dr. Nilesh Malviya sir. He is going to share his views on academic credentials, IPR and research activities act as a catalyzer. Dr. Nilesh Malviya is presently designated as Professor and Principal in Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. A huge acknowledgement to his research attitude. In 2016, Department of Science and Technology granted a research project with the objective to strengthen the academia-industry collaboration in the field of pharmaceutical sciences. He published more than 112 papers in different reputed journals. Professor Malviya has authored various textbooks and chapters in the field of pharmaceutical sciences. He writes articles and columns in renowned newspapers on pharmacy education. He has guided various postdoctoral, postgraduate, and graduate students. He has been acknowledged in various scientific accomplishments like Best Director Award, Innovative Academician and Researcher Award, Outstanding Researcher Award, Young Scientist Award, and he has published various patent and design patents and signed different MOUs. He has organized more than 50 conferences, workshops, seminars, and FDPs. He has given more than 10 research consultancy and training programs in pharma institutions as well as industries. On behalf of the Institute, I thank him for his gracious presence to join us and enlighten our students. Over to you, sir.
Please allow me to share my presentation.
Yes, sir. Ma'am, Mitesh ma'am, please make sir to host. Yes, sir. Slides are visible now.
Just a minute. Okay, my slide is visible.
Yes, sir.
And my voice is clear to all.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. I feel honored and privileged to be a part of this interaction session. I would like to express my gratitude to respected Dr. Anil Kharia, sir, Chairman, Modern Group of Institution, Group Director, Dr. Punit K. Dwivedi, and Head of Institute, Dr. Sapna Malviya. And thanks to Coordinator Ms. Sangeeta Dwivedi for inviting me to interact with MIPS mentors and a student under this Impact Lecture Series supported by Ministry of Education, Innovation Cell, and greetings to all listeners. First of all, I would like to wish you all a very happy Ram Navami, and may Lord Ram bless us with health, wealth, and prosperity on the auspicious occasion of Ram Navami. So, in the presentation, if you are in search of that person who can change your life, look in mirror, know yourself. To know yourself is beginning of all wisdom. Be strong, be confident, and be you. Truly believe you can create what you envision when you are not afraid of the obstacles. That confidence will automatically make you stand out from the rest. You are a student or a mentor. Learning should never be stopped. Academic credentials are the most important qualitative and quantitative markers to define your growth and the speed of growth. So today I'm here to discuss about academic credentials, IPR, and research activity act as a catalyzer. Now, as per the discussion with Ms. Sangeeta Dwivedi and organizer of this lecture series, I am here to discuss following key factors that influence the organization development and individual growth with the exploration of research activity and IPR. But for the research activity, the foremost important element is a dynamic team. So I am here starting my presentation with the team built up, because with the objective to reduce the journey of research, and team built up definitely will help to achieve goal on time. So my first discussion slides are based on team built up, individual versus team goal. And the second one is the know your strength and value. Suppose if you have a one dynamic team, so it's most important thing to know about the strength and value of individual members of team. It is essential because for the work distribution and for better understanding, the strength and values of individual members should be known by all the leaders and the individual team members. And the third most important for the today's theme, that is research credential, that is recognition of your hard work in a smart manner. So whatever we can plan in pharmaceutical field, the research credential is most important, because our field is totally depend on the research activity and innovative ideas and the journey of research from idea to innovativeness and the final commercialized product. And the third one is, fourth one is make yourself ready to influence industry. One of the most important and one of the most drawback in pharmaceutical institution at private level is that for research activity we required huge amount of funds and lab facility, and for that in India it's a very big problem that very few government agencies are available to funds for the research activity. So for that, if we can make some collaboration with industry, definitely they will give some fund for the research activity, and then this is the most important capital to run or to initiate any research activity. And the final is the motivation, that is key to enhance cohesiveness, because without cohesiveness between the team members, it is very difficult to achieve the goal on time, and without this cohesiveness it's very difficult to develop the mutual growth plan for organization and for individual. So I am starting here my presentation with team built up, individual versus team goal. And this is the most important requirement of pharma institutions among faculties and students, that a dynamic team should be required to achieve the individual versus organization goal on particular prescribed time. So here I am starting this topic with one story, one famous story. That is, as children, we have all heard the story of tortoise and the rabbit, with a typical ending being slowly and steady win the race. हम लोग को स्कूल में बताया जाता था कि दोनों खरगोश और जब इनकी रेस हुई तो खरगोश किस वजह से हारा और कछुआ किस वजह से जीता. So particularly here is some twist to that story. How did the tortoise triumph over the rabbit despite circumstances not being in his favor? It wasn't the slowness that won the race. It was diligence, discipline, patience, and perseverance to make up for limited physics, lack of skill and speed. While pondering further why slow and steady may not accurately exemplify the best approach to attaining our goals, I came across a lengthier version of this age-old tale, which offered an alternate ending with a whole new perspective. So in first part of the story, as we heard in the school, that because खरगोश एक झाड़ के नीचे सो गया था और कछुआ अपनी स्पीड से कंटिन्यू चलता रहा और वो particularly एक टाइम पीरियड पे पहुंच गया फिनिश लाइन पे. So the moral of that story we learned at that time is slow and steady win the race. And learning, the moral based on the learning is that overconfident, careless, and no planning definitely leads to lose the race. For that, the most important factor nowadays is at corporate world is SWOT analysis. First of all, you have to understand what kind of strength you have, what kind of weakness you have, what kind of opportunities are available in our research field, and what kind of threats available in our field to overcome the problem or to make some good solution for your problem. These are the key aspects for the particular way to avoid the failure attempt. In the particular first part, suppose we calculate that tortoise won the race in 8 hours. Now then second part, here's the continuation of the first part of that story. Part 2 take place after the tortoise when rabbit does some thinking to understand why he lost. He concludes that he lost because of several things. First is overconfidence, then carelessness, complacency, distraction, and being relaxed. Rabbit then again challenged tortoise to another race. This time, rabbit run relentlessly without stopping from start to finish and win the race. The moral of the part 2 is being slow and steady is good, but being fast, skillful, and consistent is better option. So in second part, rabbit won the race, and the reason is that वो सोया नहीं और कंसिस्टेंटली चलता रहा. फर्स्ट इसमें हमने ये देखा था कि भले स्लो है बट अगर कंसिस्टेंट है तो हम जीत सकते हैं. बट इन सेकंड पार्ट अगर हम कंसिस्टेंट है और फास्ट है तो डेफिनेटली स्लो और स्टडी को हम हरा सकते हैं. नाउ द थर्ड पार्ट ऑफ दैट स्टोरी. इन थर्ड पार्ट tortoise realized there is no way he can beat rabbit, and with rabbit's superior form he racks his brain for a solution and suggests a rematch on a different route. Rabbit takes off and runs consistently at top speed until he comes to river between him and the finishing line. While rabbit wonders that what to do, tortoise labors on, swims to the opposite bank, continues struggling, and finishes the race victoriously. The moral of third part is, in particular this part, in the image you can see that between the starting line and between the finishing line there is one river. So in third part, the strategy, as per the strength of tortoise, he make the route in which the river will come across between the starting and the finishing line. So definitely tortoise easily swim the river and won the race. So this is the part of the strength or strategy. Working to your strength will not only get you noticed, but will also create opportunities for the growth and advancement. Now, this is the fourth part. In fourth part, by now rabbit and tortoise have become good friends. They have developed mutual respect for each other and recognize each other's differences and strength. Realizing the last race could have been run much better, both decide to run race again, but this time as a team. The race starts with the rabbit carrying tortoise to the river bank. Then tortoise take over and ferries rabbit across the river. On the opposite bank, rabbit again carries tortoise. They cross the finishing line together in record time, which they could not have achieved individually. In first part, suppose particular tortoise take 10 hours, then second round it will take around 8 hours. In final rounds, they when they start journey together, they will reach the finish line in only 6 hours. So the real moral of the story, it's good to be individual brilliant and to have a strong core competencies, but unless you are able to work in a team and harness each other's core competencies, you'll always perform below par, because there will be skill which you lack but are possessed by someone else. So the summary of this lesson, let's go and build a strong team. And in life, when we face with challenges, sometimes it's appropriate to work harder and put in more effort. Sometimes we need some friends, some colleagues to make the process of competition very easy. So please make one strong dynamic team to pull the resources and work for the generalized goal, not for the individual goal. Now, the team built up individual goal versus team goal. Suppose this is the strength of individual members of team. One is very efficient in ideas, and second one is observation, third one is writing a skill, then instrumentation handling, then experimentation. Suppose if someone is writing or working on one research topic, if he or she work individually, it will take around 1 year to complete a task, because lab work, then first one is idea generation, then lab work, then third one is experimental part, then compilation, then definitely it will take 1 year. But if you all together make one team, including the person who is strong in idea generation, second one is observation person, then writing skill content writer type of person, then lab experimental purpose person, definitely your team achieve that 1 year goal in maximum 2 months. So team strength will definitely help to achieve goal in very short span of time. So the next one is know your strength and values. Why it's important to know the strength and weakness of individual members of your team. It's not unusual for people to compare themselves with other around them and to feel superior or inferior towards them based on their strength and weakness. The thing is, every individual has different, and we all functional differently based on our personalities. It is important to know yourself and your capacity and your potential. Your strengths are things you can leverage on, things you can use to push yourself further. On the other hand, your weakness are not your downfall. These are the areas you need to improve on. It's not something you lack. It is something you need to develop and build. In order to leverage your strength and improve on your weakness, you first need to know them. In any particular organization, the major responsibility of an academicians are categorized into mainly 4 parts. The first is the mentorship, then researchership, authorship, and leadership. So we have to develop our own interest and strength according to 4 responsibilities by sharpening our skills and expertise. See, the academic organization is made up of equilateral triangle. There are 3 corners. The first one is the organization, then mentors, and then student. And the whole things move around the involvement and commitment of individuals. To maintain the right angles of each corner, all should understand the level of discipline, expectation, dedication, and self-rule and responsibility. Sometimes it's difficult to balance the performance versus expectation. For that, at the point of initiation of any activity, we should at least discuss the expected outcome and individual appreciation. And nowadays, the appreciation is the foremost thing to motivate and to boost the individual, even students and faculty members. So expectation versus performance analysis is most important thing to appreciate the individual. So appreciation is just like a catalyst to make ready individual for the next assignment. Now, for the discussion of today's theme, I choose that topic, that is research credential, recognition of your hard work. And the journey of research started from search, then it will leads to observation, then observation help to get some problems, and the next step is problem finding. Then after problem finding, just select the or research the available solutions. It's like a literature survey. Then if the available solution have some kind of problem, then again go for research for better solution with the innovative ideas. Then it leads to idea generation, and definitely if your idea generation worked experimentally at lab scale, it will leads to IPR. And then if IPR is as per the need of R and as per the need of pharmaceutical company, it will leads to commercialized product. So this is the journey of research credential, starting from the research and at the end level of commercial product or commercialization. So before the starting of this topic, I just want to share one story, and for the better understanding, I'm explaining in a very short in Hindi language. बहुत बहुत टाइम की बात है, दो दोस्त थे, दोनों, एक का नाम था राम और एक का नाम था श्याम। दोनों एक गांव में रहते थे, और दोनों का जो अर्निंग सोर्स था वो ये था कि गांव के बाहर एक पहाड़ी थी, गांव में पानी की बहुत दिक्कत थी। तो दोनों जो है गांव की पास में जो पहाड़ी है वहां पर पानी का बहुत बड़ा सोर्स था, तो वहां पर दोनों जाते थे और वहां से बाल्टियां भर के लाना उनका काम रहता था, और नीचे गांव में बाल्टियों का जो पानी है वो बेचते थे, तो पर बाल्टी उनको कुछ स्पेसिफिक अमाउंट मिल जाता था। बट पहाड़ी और रास्ता कठिन, और पहाड़ी पे चढ़ना अपने आप में एक मुश्किल टास्क है, तो वो दिन में मैक्सिमम 10 से 15 बाल्टी लेकर आते थे और अपना काम अच्छे से चला रहे थे, क्योंकि पानी की नीड सभी को है, तो उनको प्रोडक्ट सेल होने में भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती थी। लेकिन कुछ दिनों के बाद राम ने सोचा कि अभी हम यंग हैं, अभी हमारा स्टेमिना है, अभी हम लोग ये सब चीजें इतना चल सकते हैं, पहाड़ी चढ़ सकते हैं, पानी लेकर आ सकते हैं, लेकिन जब हम बूढ़े हो जाएंगे, जब हम ओल्ड एज में चले जाएंगे, तब क्या करेंगे हम? क्योंकि पानी की रिक्वायरमेंट, डेफिनेटली बिजनेस तो रन करता रहेगा लॉन्ग लास्टिंग, बट अगर हमारा स्टेमिना ही नहीं रहेगा तो हम कैसे करेंगे? तो फिर राम ने बहुत सोचा और अपने आप में एक लिटरेचर सर्वे किया कि इसका क्या सोल्यूशन हो सकता है। तो उसने सोल्यूशन निकाला कि बहुत पुराने समय की बात है, कुछ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस ये सब नहीं होते थे, तो उसने सोचा कि मैं बांस को यूज करके ऊपर से एक पाइपलाइन बिछाता हूँ, जिससे पानी डायरेक्ट रिसोर्सेज से गांव तक पहुंच जाए। तो उसने आइडिया शेयर किया श्याम के साथ, बट श्याम ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच पे वर्क करता था, तो उसने बोला नहीं भाई, मैं तो इसमें खुश हूँ, जो मिल रहा है उसमें मेरा बहुत अच्छा है और मैं ये कंटिन्यू करूंगा। उसने आइडिया ड्रॉप कर दिया उसके साथ। बट राम ने बोला कि नहीं, मुझे करना पड़ेगा। श्याम ने उसको समझाया भी कि तू ये करेगा तो टाइम कब बचेगा, फिर बाल्टी भर के पानी कब लाएगा? तो उसने बोला ठीक है, मैं कम में काम चला लूंगा, लेकिन मैं पाइपलाइन बांस के थ्रू तो बिछाना चालू करता हूँ। उसने वो चालू किया काम। अब वो जब टाइम बांस की लाइन बिछाने में लगा रहा था, तो डेफिनेटली बाल्टियां लाने में उसके पास समय कम था, तो 7 से 8 बाल्टी मैक्सिमम वो लाता था, और वहीं पे श्याम 15 बाल्टी करीब लेकर आ रहा था। श्याम अच्छा पैसा कमा रहा था, और राम का मैक्सिमम जो टाइम है वो अपने बांस के थ्रू जो लाइन पाइपलाइन उसको बनानी थी उसमें एंगेज हो रहा था। बट आफ्टर 2 इयर्स जब राम की लाइन पूरी तरह से बन गई और उसमें ऊपर के रिजर्वायर से पानी आना चालू हो गया, तो राम को अब गांव में सिर्फ बैठना था और बैठकर किसको कितना बाल्टी अनलिमिटेड पानी बेचना है उसको ये करना था। अमाउंट भी वो अपने हिसाब से डिसाइड कर रहा था। और श्याम अब धीरे धीरे थकने लगा था, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं उसकी एज भी हो रही थी और स्टैमिना भी रिड्यूस हो रहा था, जिसकी वजह से तो अब राम का टाइम आ गया था कि वो सिर्फ अपने जो इनोवेटिव आइडिया था, या उसने जो एक तरह से इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी राइट की अप्रोच अपनाई, कि जिससे मुझे उस तरह से प्रोडक्ट बनाना है जिसको एक बार जनरेट करने के बाद में उसकी रॉयल्टी या फिर उससे जो पैसा अर्निंग है वो कंटिन्यूअस प्रोसेस में चलता रहे, और मुझे पैसों की कभी दिक्कत नहीं है और मुझे ज्यादा काम नहीं करना पड़े। तो दिस इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच एंड द इनोवेटिव अप्रोच। कि इनोवेटिव आइडिया अगर प्रॉब्लम स्पेसिफिक का प्रॉब्लम स्पेसिफिक सोल्यूशन हम फाइंड आउट करते हैं बाय द हेल्प ऑफ रिसर्च एक्टिविटी, definitely we will get some extraordinary recognition of our hard work. So this slide is particularly dedicated to our faculty members, the API, that is analysis of performance. And for the student, this is not a particular specific credential slide, but this is the criteria, what kind of API score we required at the level of assistant professor, then at associate professor and professor. This is like our finish line. We are lucky that we have this kind of structure in for example, for 1 year, what we have to do, what we should do to achieve our recognition and our credential. So for teaching and learning evaluation, there are at the level of assistant professor 75 per year we required, extracurricular activity 15, then research credential, it is around 40 for assessment period. So how we will get this API score? There are so many internal sub criteria, and we should work continuously, consistently, and very speedily in a dynamic team. Definitely we will achieve our goal and our API score on very specific time period, because growth is important, but the speed of growth is another factor that is most important to achieve the goal of on a prescribed time. Now, to achieve the API and the research credential, the most important factor or the most important criteria is how to write or how to achieve the research grant for the research project, and sometime seminar, conferences, and GOC like of a scheme from government agency that will help to increase your research credential in two ways. The first one is, suppose if you will get some research or seminar or conference grants from government, it will increase your API score in one manner. And second one, your participation, your presentation, and your your role as an editorial and convener, again it will help to increase your API score. So the building block of research, it includes three parts. The first one is the research problem, and the second one is the research design, and third one is the contribution to knowledge. It means it's not only the research part, it is also an integral part of our academic activity, because in pharmaceutical we are in science field, so continuous research work, continuous updation, continuous activity for the pharmaceutical formulation development and research activities must. So throughout my entire career as an educator, I have examined how people navigate at work. The principle hold that the only way to think like a leader is to first act and perform, to plunge you into new projects and activities, interact with very different kind of people, and experiment with unfamiliar way of getting things done. It's in time of transition and uncertainty, thinking and introspection should follow action and experiment, not vice versa. Now, experiences not only change how you think, your perspective on what is important and worth doing, but also change who you become. Who you are as a leader is not a starting point on your development journey, but rather the outcome of learning about yourself. This knowledge can only come about when you do new things and work with new and different people. The three building blocks, as I said, the research problem, the research design, and the contribution to knowledge. Research grants help to earn API score, and also it help to increase the publication, patent, and recognition. See, to write a research proposal, the following key factors need to understand first. The first one is that the most important, it's a team task. It's not an individual work. Your team strength and expertise and work distribution as per the strength of individual is most important. Then understand individual member potential, specialization, credential. It means work distribution is according to the expertise of individual, not as per the friendly relation or sometimes nepotism and favoritism. Is it as per the potential of individual and individual team members skill and cumulative expertise of team? Because a particular team, if in a team all type of experts are available, definitely it will increase or it will synergize the research grant application process, and definitely you will get some grant for the from the government agencies. Then understand the expertise versus resources. What kind of resources we have in our campus? Don't compare yourself with government universities, government colleges, NIRF ranking institutions, because they have their own funding mechanism. They have government funding, especially for the development of lab and other infrastructure, but we don't have. And very few fundings are available for private organizations, because as now in MP, very few colleges are accredited by NBA and NAC. So again, it's a very big problem to get the funding from the government agencies. Then the research proposal, the big problem versus big solution. It means research proposal is totally, it should be based on big problems. Suppose you have highlighted some big problem, definitely unique solution will attract, or it's just a lucrative offer for the expert to sanction the project for the research activity. Then selection of novel current research problem. Just find out what kind of problems. Suppose in current scenario, everyone discussing about dengue and COVID. So what kind of current treatment approach is available for the treatment of these two life-threatening disorder, and what kind of solutions we have, and what are the problems in available solution. Then we can make our new approach for the treatment of these two disorders and diseases, and definitely we will get some new unique solution, innovative solution, and government agencies definitely will fund us. The level of literature study and citation of references. Citation of references should be from the Thomson Reuters impact factor or elsewhere, or BMC like of journals. No need to try the national level journals, because international journals emphasize the current research outcomes. And if our innovative idea or new research project is generally based on innovative idea and what kind of current research work is going on at international level, definitely your solution or your research analysis should be is as per the need of the hour. Then balance recurring versus non-recurring budget. Budget calculation for the government agencies project is very important, because they have some unique bifurcation for the recurring versus non-recurring budget. So majorly focused on suppose first time you are trying to write some research work, then make the project leverage with high number of instrumentation facilities. It means suppose you are applying for 10 lakh project, try to manage the instrumentation funding up to 8 lakh and only 2 lakh for consumable. So in that case, government agencies are more relaxed to fund for the infrastructure and lab instrumentation facilities, not for the consumable, because they think consumable is the part should be covered by the institutions only. And don't worry about the rejection. Rejection means reviewer comments. In the scope, we applied initially 16 project, and after the 16 project rejection in 2016, first time we got the research project grant from Department of Science and Technology. Then we realized that before that sanction, 16 rejection is just like the reviewer comments. Every time we improved our project documentation and project concept. So after the rejection of 16 times, we got this funding, and definitely it means rejection means reviewer comments only. It's just an improvement from the government agencies or government expert. They reject you and highlight the what kind of problems or what kind of the deficiency available in your project work. So it will help to improve your project every time. Then make list of financing agencies. Suppose if you have 5 years of experience, so I think first responsibility in your portfolio is that first make the financing what kind of financing agencies particularly available in India that will help to fund the pharmaceutical institutions like us. So when we talk about the funding agency, we have only 2 or 3 options, but some other allied agencies are also available. They fund us. So please make the list of financing agency and what kind of funding, like minor or major funding resources are available with us, with them. So it will help to select the right funding agency for right project at the right time. Then study the title of previous sanctioned project. It means it's like a literature survey. Suppose DST SERB scheme sanctioned 10 pharmaceutical project last year. So it's our responsibility kind of project and what kind of research objective they like. Then we should start our project writing. So definitely it will, these all parameters, if in your mind, definitely the chances of research grant sanctioning is up to 70%. So first make one team, then distribute the individual work as per their expertise, then make the list of financing agency, then try to understand or just refer these last 6 month research publications at the level of international publishers. Then you can understand what kind of research work is going on in current scenario. Then start the writing of your project work, and make some collaboration with senior scientists to allow us to know for the guidance how to write the project problems versus unique solution for that problem. Definitely you will get some research funding from the government agency. Now, this is the general protocol, or particularly the structure of a research proposal. In short, we can say that a reference or bibliography, then summary, then chapter, scheme, limitation of the study, proposed methodology, operational definition. It's just like a thesis structure of our PG or PhD. First, we start the find the problems and then solution, and then starting with the references from the international publications, then understand what kind of problems we have and what kind of resources we have and what kind of limitations we have in current solution available in the market. Then try to start with the bottom, that is first one is the introduction. In introduction, just cover the current scenario of the particular research topic, then write the background of the study. It means why you are working on this topic and what kind of works already have done by the researchers. Then review of literature based on particular your scheme of research, your plan of research, and write the problem statement on the basis of that review of literature. Then write the research analysis in the form of research aims and objective very specifically in a very limited words. Then research question, and particularly what kind of research analysis do you have and what kind of research questions you arise in your mind, कि particularly हम क्या करने वाले हैं तो उससे क्या होने वाला है और क्या होगा उससे कितने लेवल तक फायदा होने वाला है. ये क्वेश्चंस आपको फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अपने आप से पूछना है, देन इसको रिसर्च एनालिसिस में मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव के फॉर्म में आपको लिखना है. देन स्कोप एंड सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द रिसर्च, इन particularly significance of that research, it means whether it is for the commercialized level of research or just for the publication or patent purpose. Then operational definition, then proposed methodology is the most important thing. It means there is some modification in the current procedure, so definitely you will get some funding. Then what kind of limitations you have and what kind of summary you can summarize by the help of the literature survey and the proposed plan of research work. So this is the particular structure of a research proposal. And if in your team you have experts at different level, and the other experts are available for the lab experimentation purpose, definitely you will get the research funding. Now, the how to publish the patent, and this is the, I think, the most important topic and theme of today's presentation. See, all academicians are engaged in a research activity in good institutions with a target of research outcome, in which research publication at lower level and patent at higher level. It means if we initiate any research work, there is two type of outcome in academic level. The first one is the publication at lower level, and patent publication or patent grant at the higher level. So writing a patent is as similar as writing a research paper, except claim writing require keen observation, exhaustive literature study, and presentation of your finding as a specification. This is the key, or this is the important, or this is the structure of patent writing. Whenever you plan your research work, first look the outcome with respect to patent. It means don't think about the research publication. Just start the work based on the literature survey of the patent already published or already sanctioned patent by the Indian government or by the international agencies. So which is based on authentic and reproducible result. For patent writing, first download the for patent writing after the completion of your research work, The key factor is novelty, claim, specification, reality. So to write the patent, there are specific 2 or 3 types of form at initial level, and there is no need to hire any external agencies for the writing your patent, because you have you worked on your research work and you have idea how to write a research publication, that then it's quite simple to write patent. So for the publication of patent, the first form is form number 1 and 2. These are the set of 2 form, and the cost is only rupees 1,750 rupees demand draft, payable to the Patent Authority, Mumbai. Then if you want to publish your, this process will take around 18 months. But if you want to publish your patent in very short span of time, specifically 1 month, then you have to fill additional form number 9 with additional amount of 2,750 rupees. It means 4,500 will help you to get your patent published in within 30 days. So with the help of this form 1, form 2, and form 9, and amount demand draft of rupees 4,500, you will get patent within 30 days, publication of the patent within 30 days. And there is one key factor, one key element also to write the patent: claim up to 10 in a above fees structure. And if you want to write some additional claim, additional fees required as per the number of claims you specified in your patent publication form. So अगर आप 10 claim तक लिख रहे हैं, it means 4,500 for early publication, including form number 1 and form number 2 and form number 9. And if you want to write some additional claim, definitely you required some additional fees. In particularly patent form, the structure is same as paper publication. It means abstract, introduction, claim writing, methodology, process, and the summary of your work. It's not any different kind of process you have to adopt, or structure you have to adopt. It's just a publication, a paper publication. Only you have to focus on the claim writing. What kind of research work you opted for your innovative idea, and what kind of research outcome you get by this by your planned research work. So this is the way, this is the process of how to write the patent and how to publish your patent on the work you have done. Then the next part, to score your API or the academic or research credential, is to write the book or become an author of textbook, reference book, practical book, or competitive book. These are the 4 major classification of book publication. The first one is the reference book, with the publications or publishers of international level. Then textbook, you can write a textbook for the syllabus of pharmacy in the association of Indian or international publishers. Then practical books, handbooks of practical books for the pharmacy students. Again, majorly it is at the level of national. Then competitive book for GPAT and for other pharma based competitive examination. Then how to initiate the writing a book. Nowadays it's very common trend to write a book or book chapter, because it gives you a good API score, recognition, and the most important is passive income in the form of royalty. So how to initiate to write a book? First important factor is, again, make a team. We can call that book buddy. Then experts, distribution of work as per the expertise of individual member of your team. That is like writing skills. Some experts in your team member have the potential, the writing skill. Then target achiever and out of the box thinker. It means so many pharma syllabus we are using since last 30 years, same syllabus we are using. So if you write a book based on that particular syllabus, it's very simple. But you need to think, or you need to write some out of the box. Otherwise, the publication or the sale of book is very less. So first you should understand who is your target achiever, and then second one is out of the box thinker as per the experts available in your team. Then write the book by specifying or by using or by tooling some diagrammatically, some graphical presentation, some latest research incorporation in your books. Then definitely it will give you extra royalty in the form of passive income. And make content and publisher proposal. This is the first step. choose the publication agency and your title of publication. Then the publication proposal format is available in each individual publishers. Then download the publisher form, fill the publisher form, and the specific structure of publisher proposal is like what's the exact title of the proposed book, and what are the different authors maybe work on that project, and then what are the current books available on that particular topic, and what differentiation you are planning to write in your book, and then divide the content equally to team members, and then write minimum 10 pages per week. Okay, minimum 10 page per week. It means a normal handbook or reference book or textbook have around 300 pages. So if you write 10 page per week, it means 40 page in a month. I'm talking about individual member. 40 page in a month. Then it means around 400 something page you have written. You will write in 1 year. So within a year you can complete one book. After plagiarism, it will take around 6 months. So 1.5 years is sufficient to write a textbook or reference book or any kind of book in our field. So now what are the advantages to write a book? The first one is the passive income. This is the most important. Right, lifetime you will get royalty for the publication of your book. Then recognition and appreciation. Definitely, a book writing is a very good symbol of recognition and appreciation. Then again, it will help to increase your API score in a very efficient manner. As per the UGC guideline, around 20 marks API structure is available for international book and 10 marks for book chapter. So definitely it will help or it will boost your API score very significantly. Then how to improve your research credential? How to improve research credential? Research credential generally cover in UGC API category 3. That is grant from it includes the grant from government agencies, patent, book publication, paper publication, consultancies, presentations, resource person invitees, then MOUs, then conferences, seminar, FDPs, participation, presentation, organization. So bridge the gap, dreams to reality. Believe me, if you can believe and visualize your dream, it becomes a reality. It means these are the finish line we have. We have finish line. It means the roadmap we have to create to just reach the finish line. So don't try to be the first to take the chance. Be the first to take challenges and overcome difficulties. We reap what we sow, means we get what we deserve. Whatever we put our time, talent, and energy into is what we get back. We reap what we sow, means we must eventually face the consequences of our action. Suppose in last slide we said that it will take 1.5 years to complete a book. It means the initiation day is most important. 1.5 years, it's a simple around 18 months. But the first day when you start the writing the book is the most important. So don't make tomorrow will be the first day for writing a book. Make today is the first day to write a book. So the credential of any organization is a reflection of credential of team, or credential of any team is the effort and reflection of credential of individual member of team. It means your credential is not only your credential, it will also help to recognize your team, your organization, or particularly your profession. So you're only person who can improve your credential by your hard work or smart work. Sorry. So put your efforts according to following variables: grant from government agencies, patent, book publication, paper publication, consultancies, presentations, conferences. See the API score allotted on individual variable and make one balanced plan to work on each and every aspects to increase your credential. It means as per the new format of the UGC research and credentials guideline, you need to work on all variables. Suppose you are interested in book publication, it's not enough. You should work on patent writing, research work, paper publication, consultancies. It means you should work like an all-rounder in your team. So you will get the complete API score in all the category and subcategory of 3 as per the UGC guidelines. So how we can improve it? Understand your expertise. First of all, think about yourself. Who are you and what kind of expertise you have? Then build connection. Sometimes you are not, you are individual not enough to work on a particular topic and particular category of criteria third as per the API UGC guideline. So build connection. What kind of persons you have in your team and what kind of colleagues you have that will help you. They will help you to complete the task of a category 3 of UGC API score sheet. Then fix your target yearly, monthly, daily. सपोज हम ये कर सकते हैं कि एक दिन में हम अगर 10 लाइन लिख रहे हैं या फिर एक लाइन लिख रहे हैं तो हफ्ते में हमारी 7 लाइन हो रही है और मंथ में हमारी 30 लाइन्स हो रही है और 1 ईयर्स में अराउंड 300-400 लाइन्स हो रही है. हम ऐसे प्लानिंग कर सकते हैं. So fix your targets on the basis of yearly, monthly, daily. Then plan according to API score. It means what kind of scores allotted for what kind of subcategory of criteria third. It means suppose for the research grant the API score is more, then work more on this criteria. For MOUs the API score is less, then work only 1 month in a year for the MOUs like of work. Then for the conference participation, very less marks, but conference presentation is more marks. Then plan to participate with presentation in conferences, not only presentations. So make a plan according to the API score of individual category of 3. Then make team members with same mindset. This is the most important thing because leg pullers and person सभी बोलते हैं क्या होता है, कौन देखता है, लेकिन ये आज कौन देख रहा है, आज कौन नहीं देख रहा है, this is not important thing. कल को अगर देखेगा तो आपके पोर्टफोलियो में वो चीज है कि नहीं है, उस दिन आप किसको बोलेंगे. लाइक रिमाइंड द स्टोरी ऑफ राम एंड श्याम. श्याम ने भी ये किया कि अभी क्या होगा, कुछ नहीं होगा, मैं जैसा चल रहा है वैसा चलने दूंगा. बट राम हैज ऑलरेडी डिसाइडेड कि मुझे करना है, उसने किया. आफ्टर 2 years वो उसको सब मिलने लगा जो वो डिजर्व करता था. श्याम डिजर्व नहीं करता था. ठीक है, तो वेट आज ना करें, आज से शुरू करें. Definitely you will get some extra benefit in future. It's होना है ये. तो make team of members with same mindset. सभी का एक जैसा mindset होगा, generalized goal होगा. Definitely you will get some extra goal achievement. Then the next slide is make yourself ready to influence industry. Again, as I previously said that very few government agencies are available for funders. So the industry is a very good option to fund us for the lab and some research work, because industry have no limitations to fund you for the research activity. Despite the only thing they require is innovative solution, lucrative solution for their commercial product problems. So if you have some unique problem and unique solution for the unique problem, and definitely you can contact the industry and they will fund you for the research activity. But it will take time and definitely it will take some dedication from your side, 100% dedication. But if you dedicate yourself for a particular problem or for a particular solution, definitely एक दिन नहीं, एक मंथ नहीं, एक साल नहीं, 2 साल में आपको फंडिंग जरूर मिलती है इंडस्ट्रीज की तरफ से. बट you have to make your plan for to just make yourself ready to influence industry. Industries को influence करना है, and industry जब influence होती है जब आपके पास कुछ commercialized product के commercialized solutions available हो. So make yourself ready to influence industry as per the need of your project, as per the need of your research objective, and as per the need of your commercialized project initiatives. Now, to influence the industry, the most important tool is academic industry collaboration. But believe me, if you can believe and visualize your dream, it becomes a reality. See the opportunity in every challenge. So to influence, first we should understand our potential, our resources, our contacts, and our expectation. What exactly we want to extract out from industry tie-up. It means what is the main objective you want to collaborate with the academic industry in a particular roof. So because need of an hour, and indeed it's very important for everybody to acquire the satisfaction level. So in my opinion, first step to initiate academic collaboration with the institutions, first we should find out a person in our team who can navigate our direction. It means again it's a particular expertise like of thing required in our team member that एक जुनून चाहिए particularly academic industry collaboration करने के लिए. So particularly highlight the person or find out that person in your team who will be responsible to handle all the activities, like redefine your strength to collaborate with industry, make list of our contact industry, make list of our industrial alumni associate, discuss our intention and their expectations with our alumni associates who belongs to the industry or our industry contact. Then express our team strength, what kind of strength available in your team. Then invite industry professional to honor in any kind of event you organize in your campus. Just invite the professionals from industry to show their campus research facility and impressed by your intentions. Then visit industries to learn what kind of requirement they have in the form of research activity. Then discuss collaborative framework with industry peoples. Then discuss our intentions and their expectation, and it means coincide the industrial expectations and our intention at one point. Then express our strength. It means what kind of strength in your team available in your team. Just to show your strength, and then definitely they will assist you for the funding purpose. Then these are the four major factors. Like first one is the MOU, then research project discussion with the industry, then sponsorship like of thing. Suppose if you're organizing one conference, just invite them for the sponsorship purpose. Then training and placement, again it will if your institution collaborate with industry, the journey of training and placement is reduces, the time is reduces. Your student will get placement in very good industry, collaborative industry with your institutions. Now the next one is the motivation key to enhance cohesiveness. Now, employee motivation is a critical aspects at the workplace, which leads to performance of the department and even the organization. Motivated employees can lead to increased productivity and allow an organization to achieve highest level of output. It means motivation come appreciation to individual is very important to enhance the cohesiveness of individual with team members and organization. So positive motivation always leads to positive culture. In my opinion, all the higher authorities should try to make workplace as second home for employee. That will help to get benefit like increased employee commitment, improved employee satisfaction, ongoing employee development, improved employee efficiency. So employee who believe that management is concerned about that them as a whole person, not just an employee, are more productive, more satisfied, more fulfilled. And their students will definitely learn the new things, because motivated people spread the positivity in the entire campus. And the classroom, the lab, the practical hours, definitely all the positivity will spread across the entire campus. So motivation and appreciation is very important for the enthusiasm. It will help to increase your energy level, the commitment towards the organizational growth for and individual growth. Then creativity, innovative ideas, and definitely new concept, new happenings will be happen in the campus. Now the factors that affect the motivation, the first one is the improper work distribution. It's not only for the employee, it will also work in student differentiation by the faculty members. The first one is the factors that affect, that is improper work distribution, lack of appreciation. The student always needs some appreciation from each and every faculty members. सभी को लगता है कुछ किया है, छोटा सा भी किया है तो छोटा सा appreciation, but appreciation is very important. Then some negative catalysts are always available in each team or each member. Just try to make that people more positive by influencing as per the generalized goal, or as per the what kind of facilities or what kind of achievement and what kind of growth you will get after the working positively in a team. Then undefined target, sometimes you don't know the exact target and you are working speedily, but at the end you realize that we don't have any specific targets. What we are doing we don't know, so please make the specific target. Then no one ready to listen nowadays. Abhi ye ho gaya hai ki after 5 year or 10 year experience, we are realizing that we are the boss, we are the leader, we know each and everything, but it's not enough to get all the thing in 5 years, 10 years. So ready to listen from the higher authorities, from the experts, what kind of roadmap, what kind of objectives, what kind of goals we have. So ready to listen is the most important qualities. It should be developed among the team members of individuals, of the team members of the organization. Then no one ready to understand. This is another important. यानी कोई किसी को समझना नहीं चाह रहा. What kind of personal problem, what kind of professional competencies individuals are feeling. So please understand each other and appreciate the expertise level of each other. So definitely your team will work in a positive manner. And then no one ready to give chance. Everyone is ready to is just waiting for chance, that I am ready, I have potential, I want to prove myself, but please give me, please allot me some chance. So please give chance individual as per the potential, as per the problems, as per the particular work you have. So everyone will get some chance to prove their potentials. And because of that factor, what kind of consequences we have? Improper work distribution, internal conflicts, then lack of appreciation, negative work culture, lag pulling, everything pause, sabhi ruk jate hain. No one is ready to take initiative, no one is ready to start new work. So in a particular team, fix the target, appreciate individual, then definitely each and everyone work hard to get the goal on time. And it will leads to potentiate the team working culture. Then way to motivate, how to motivate. Then first of all, individual responsibilities should be as per the seniority level, as per their expertise. Then try to arrange or try to organize meetings in a particular frequent time, to understand what kind of working they are doing and what kind of problems they are having, and what kind of solutions seniors have, and seniors can guide them for in a particular meeting. So meeting is very important, but to motivate with the motivation and the appreciation of individual. Then give chance to speak everyone, what kind of problems they are facing to achieve that particular target. And make the meetings open, make the ready all to for the open discussion. It means everyone has right to speak about what kind of problems they are facing. And make some indoor and outdoor activity just to change the atmosphere, and to increase the cohesiveness among the faculty members and academicians and students, to increase the output or productivity of a particular team. So I believe in this slide, that is, believe your mentors. Life is equipped with full of confusions. Each and every step, everyone need mentor. In pharmacy, we need some mentors. Actually, in pharmacy, we have so many problems, so many confusions. For that, we require some mentors, some higher authorities for the motivation purpose, for the navigation purpose. So please make mentor and believe on your mentor, and take advice time to time to make your struggle very easy. So how to get success with satisfaction? It is beyond the research activity in IPR, but I believe in that phenomena, that is get involved. It means get involved in academic, learning, administration, discipline, sports, cultural, social, event, research, professional gathering, technical summit, picnic, discussion, friends. It means involvement is must. Okay, involvement is must. Don't try to interfere in any kind of activity, but try to get involved in all kind of activity to get maximum level of success with full satisfaction. Success is important thing, but success without satisfaction is nothing. So please involved physically, mentally in all the activities of academics, learning, administration. What kind of what a student expecting from you, what industry expecting from you, what employers expecting from you, and what employees expecting from employers. The bridge between all these variables are get involved only. So please involved at each and every moments of your professional gathering, professional event. So definitely you will get success with full of satisfaction. So yesterday I seen this slide in social media, that the Nokia, they use punchline in 90s, that is Nokia connecting people. Now, a few months back, Nokia CEO ended his speech when Nokia is just converted or acquired by the Microsoft. Nokia CEO ended his speech saying this: we didn't do anything wrong, but somehow we lost. It means हमने कुछ नहीं गलत किया, but फिर भी हम लोग सब कुछ हार गए. Reason is only innovativeness, the teamwork, and what kind of current research work, current happening related to field or particularly technology advancement in any kind of industry. So please make yourself update. Mentors update है तो student updates हैं, students update हैं तो queries update हैं, queries update हैं तो problem सामने है, problems update है अगर तो solutions है हमारे पास, solutions अगर update है तो definitely innovativeness है तो research and IPR है, और research and IPR है तो publication से API score है, और ये दोनों चीज अगर हैं तो definitely it will help to get some commercialized project or research grants from government agencies. So it's a particular sequence. So please make yourself more curious with yesterday. And yesterday आप जितने curious थे, आज अपने आप को और curious बनाएं और अपने आप को focus करें और अपने आप को observation में डालें ताकि आपको problems दिखें, उनके unique solutions दिखें, discussion हो और team built up हो. अगर team built up है with positive attitude, तो definitely you will get some extraordinary success in your life with full of satisfaction. So we are born without talent. We learn, we practice, we win, we learn. Talent is never born; it is accomplished. It means it's need of hour to develop yourself, to develop your team to get success. Or discussion is very important. Without discussion, it's not possible to get some unique or innovative solutions for unique problem. This is for today's presentation. Yesterday, I shared one Google form with the faculty members, and I make some observation plot, observation from the extraction of the data feed by the faculty members. If you have time and if you want, I will discuss. Otherwise, next time, whenever you will give me chance, I will discuss the what kind of professional values MIPS mentors have. Because
yes, sir.
Yeah, but in the absence of students, if faculty members want, otherwise there is no problem.
Yes, sir. We are very much interested, sir.
But please, I think a student should not be present in that particular discussion.
Okay, sir. So, dear students, you can leave now.
If they have any question, they can ask. Then they can leave.
If you have any query, you can ask by unmuting yourself. Okay, the meeting is over for you, dear students. You can leave now. Dear students, you can leave the meeting. The meeting is over for you. Just give us 1 minute, sir. 1 minute more. Yes, sir. Our faculty is here now.
Okay. Okay, how many participants are available in the list? Please, can you please check?
Yes, sir. There are 15 participants.
Please make sure that only faculty members are.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir, we can proceed. Only MIPS faculties are there.
Okay, is it possible that everyone can switch on their video camera?
Yes, sir. I requested to faculty of MIPS, please switch on your video. I requested to everyone, please switch on your camera.
Okay, I think Sangeeta, we can discuss this thing next time.
Better.
Because
Okay,
everyone is busy, I think. और जो जागा नहीं है उसको मैं जगा नहीं सकता है ना.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing your extravagant knowledge with our students. I would like to invite Ms. Varsa Joharia, madam, give vote of thanks to our eminent speaker.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to one and all present here. It is such an honor for me to get the opportunity to thank all the dignitaries present over here. On the behalf of Modern Group of Institution, I would like to express my gratitude to our respected speaker, Dr. Nilesh Malviya sir, Professor and Principal, Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. I would also like to express my special thanks to our respected chief guest, Sritushi Tawari, author, founder, and CEO, Ultra Private Limited, and guest of honors, Dr. Swati Rawat, Professor, and Prakash Patil, Aurangabad, who despite this busy schedule has found time to grace this event. I am pretty sure the precious knowledge that they give us, which will definitely help our students in their studies and in future. I express my immense gratitude to our head chairman, sir, Dr. Anil Kharia, Group Director, sir, Dr. Puneet Kumar Dwivedi, and our head of institute, Dr. Sapna Malviya ma'am, for the crucial support to make this webinar successful. Last but not the least, I must thank the organizing team to make this event successful. Thank you, sir, and have a nice day. And thanks to all.
Thank you.